Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon us all. His Excellency, Mr. Roderick Brazier, the Australian Ambassador designate to Indonesia, Brigadier General Micah Pat, the Australian Defense Attaché, and Vice Minister for Defense, Marskal Madya Purnawirawan Doni Ermawan. And we have several senior officers, both active and retired. Di sini ada Bapak Marskal TNI Purnawirawan Imam Safaat, former Chief of the Air Force. And we have Lieutenant General TNI Purnawirawan Yudi, former Rector of Defense University, Universitas Pertahanan, and distinguished generals, admirals, marshals, honorable guests, fellow IKAHAN alumni, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, please allow me to extend my sincere gratitude to the organizing committee for hosting this beautiful and wonderful gathering among IKAHAN alumni. I'm so honored and so happy to be back at this beautiful evening. Last year, I also attended this break fasting with IKAHAN family. So I'm extremely excited to be among familiar faces from my alma mater, Tentara Nasional Indonesia, Army, Navy, Air Force, and also our fellow Australian Defense Force officers and IKAHAN family. I am grateful for this opportunity to reconnect with old friends and acquaintances. I remember back in December 2023, I had the privilege of participating in the Australian government special visit program, where I had the honor to meeting the former Governor General, David Hurley. And as we know, he's the former Chief of Defense Force for Australia and the man behind IKAHAN's establishment in March 2011. We reflected on the remarkable progress in Indonesia-Australia relations over the past 2 decades, from President SBY's Comprehensive Strategic Partnership to the Indonesia-Australia Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, IACPA, under President Jokowi. And now with President Prabowo Subianto, we continue to recognize the critical role in both nations as middle powers in promoting a mutually beneficial partnership. However, challenges remain. We must accelerate our cooperation, not just politically and economically, but through stronger defense collaboration. This is essential for building mutual trust, fostering confidence, and deepening understanding, elements that are critical for peace and stability in the region. Trust is everything. It is the foundation of every successful partnership. While it may have been tested in the past, it is imperative to nurture it through consistent people-to-people connections. That is where IKAHAN plays its critical role as the bridge between the TNI and the ADF, between Indonesia and Australia. On a more personal note, I still cherish the memory of representing the TNI back in 2012, so it's 13 years ago. I was together with 2 other young officers in the Australia's Young Future Leaders program. As a captain, it was an eye-opening experience that deepened our appreciation for Indonesia-Australia relationship friendship, and the power of people-to-people connections. Well, I have to say that the Australian government at the time was truly visionary. Why? Because those three officers, Alhamdulillah, one is now Brigadier General, posted in Kemhan, Brigjen TNI Frega Wenas. The other is the Minister for Transmigration, Mr. Iftithar Sulaiman. And the last officer was me, myself, now the Coordinating Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development. So again, I believe the Australian government has a high radar to predict the future of Indonesia, including Indonesian politics. Well, that's really impressive. Another memorable chapter in my journey was during the 2015-2016 Wira Jaya Ausindo Joint Exercise, held in Cipatat, Jawa Barat, Indonesia, and later in Darwin, Australia. I still remember very clearly. At the time, I was serving as the battalion commander that led the joint exercise between the Indonesian Army and the Australian Armed Forces, specifically Mount Bundy Training Area, Darwin. Very hot. The climate is quite challenging, but it was a very good exercise. And it was a great experience that strengthened, again, trust and cooperation between our armed forces, an experience that I still carry with me today. And fast forward to this year, last month, in my capacity as the Coordinating Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development, I had the privilege of attending a multilateral naval exercise Komodo 2025 in Bali. This exercise brought together 38 countries, including Australia, which sent observer delegations and naval vessels. The exercise underscored the importance of naval cooperation in addressing maritime challenges, including humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations. It reminded us that the strength of regional partnerships is not only measured by political or economic ties, but also by our readiness to stand together in times of crisis. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, beyond defense and military cooperation, I am also committed to advancing Indonesia-Australia cooperation in sustainable infrastructure, connectivity, maritime development, and of course, people-to-people relations. These sectors are not only strategic, but also essential to ensuring our nations are resilient, well-connected, and better prepared to face the future together. We know that we will always face uncertainties, surprises. We never know what is going to happen within our region. So, ikahan, tetangga, mitra, sahabat sejati, we should always build a strong bond, partnership and cooperation to face the future together for the peace, stability, and prosperity in Asia-Pacific, in Indo-Pacific, for the betterness of our two people. Today, Ikahan proudly stands with over 3,000 members representing all ranks and services. This is a testament to the strength of our defense relationship and the unwavering commitment of individuals in advancing this partnership. As we approach Ikahan's 14th anniversary, let us continue to see Ikahan not only as an alumni association, but as a vital platform to exchange ideas, strengthen solidarity, and serve as a reliable channel to foster mutual relationship, mutual understanding, and prevent misunderstanding and miscalculations. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, history has shown that as neighbors and friends, we have always stood by each other. Through Ikahan, let us continue to collaborate and overcome challenges together, strengthening peace, stability, and friendship between our nations. Congratulations for everyone, sukses untuk Ikahan, tetangga, mitra, sahabat selamanya. Thank you, wishing you all the blessed Ramadan. Thank you once again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.